Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you to gather around. We're going to begin this right here and go ahead and get started. Again, if you've just walked up and you want to be a bidder, come up here and register with Pete and get a bidder's number, please. Come on up. You got time to make that happen. Go ahead and get registered. I will go ahead and announce if you don't get this bought this morning and you still got money that's burning a hole in your pocket, this afternoon at 2 o'clock we'll be just outside of Desart, Arkansas, a little east and south of here. I've got a really nice 140 acres, Gladys? Yeah, 140 acre tract to sell that's basically duck hunting and deer hunting property, but good duck hunting and deer hunting property that will be sold at 2 o'clock this afternoon, so keep that in mind. And then if you don't get that bought, you can go with us to Camden in the morning. We've got 144 acres of some pretty good timber, mainly deer hunting type potential development property that adjoins the golf course, Camden Country Club, that's in a real good location. That'll be conducted in the morning at 11 o'clock. But let's focus on what we're doing here today. Again, thank you for your presence. We do appreciate you being here. Gladys Rainey and Peter Guerin are the licensed agents that work this auction. If you called one of them, I'm sure they took care of you. David Brewer's here. Doug Westgate is here. I do want to take a moment to speak to those that are on the internet with us. We do appreciate those that are watching us online this morning. And we thanks for your presence as well. That is something for all of you to keep in mind. You see a piece of real estate we're doing, and that's basically all we do anymore. We'll sell equipment, furniture, tractors, whatever, if there's real estate involved, but real estate's pretty much all we do. You see an auction you can't make it back to, but you're interested in it, just don't register online to be a bidder online day of the auction. Give us a day or two notice, but you can go on our website, get signed up, register. One of our guys will get with you, arrange for having your earnest money wired to our escrow account, contract signing, that kind of thing, and you can participate in that particular auction just as if you were standing on the ground today, just like you're doing. So keep that in mind. Again, let's focus on what we're doing here today. We have this advertised, and I want to ask this question right off the bat so we can kind of determine the order to sell today, to offer this in 2 tracts. This being tract number 1, this property with river frontage, tract number 2, the 2 cabins with river frontage. I have talked to a lot of you, and I have not talked to anyone. There may be somebody here, but I have not talked to anyone that's interested in an individual tract. Everybody I'm talking to pretty much wants it all. Is that the case this morning? Because if that is the case, we're going to offer it as a package, one money, one time, and be done with it. Any interest in individual tracts? Okay, that's kind of what I thought. So here's the way this is going to work. We're going to offer tract 1 and tract 2 together. This will be one sale, all 3 cabins for one money. I'll tell you more about it in just a moment. But again, thanks for your presence today. Since we are doing it that way, originally it was advertised earnest money, $10,000 down per tract. So now it will just be $20,000 down, and you're buying it all. So $20,000 down earnest money. Balance due at closing. You'll get title insurance and a warranty deed at closing, which says you're buying it free and clear, no liens, no mortgages, no back taxes. You're buying the property free and clear, and you'll get title insurance that will reflect that with right here located on this beautiful river. Again, don't forget the 10% buyer's premium. It simply means what it says. Whatever your high bid is, 10% will be added to that amount. That's what the contract will be written for. If you bid $300,000, you're paying $330,000. If you bid $400,000, you're paying $440,000. If you bid $200,000, you're paying $220,000. Whatever you bid, you add 10% of that amount. That's what the total contract's written for. Balance due within 30 days. This is selling as if it's a cash transaction. That does not mean that you can't finance it. You can get your money anywhere you want to, but what it means is you're not buying it subject to financing. So just make sure you can close within 30 days. We can close much sooner than that. We're ready to close literally within the next day or two. If you're a cash buyer, you want to close quickly, you want to spend the weekend in your new cabin, your new property. What is today? Wednesday?
Yes, sir.
We make it close before this weekend. We actually saw one the other day at 10 o'clock one morning. We closed it at 2 that afternoon. So we can do this relatively quickly. But if you're a cash buyer, all you need to do is tell us, hey, I'm ready to close. Get it ready, and we'll get it ready in the next few days. We can close it. We do ask you to be ready to close within 30 days, so keep that in mind as you bid today. General Land and Title Company. Ms. Raymer will be the closing agent located here in Heber Springs, and they're at 107 South 3rd Street, right here in Heber Springs. That's where the closing will take place. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about the property. Of course, obviously, located right here on the Little Red River. 310 feet total frontage on the Little Red, all 3 furnished rental cabins, the 2 private docks, excuse me. Of course, will be included. All the furnishings, all the appliances, everything in them, the way they set, will be included. Just for your information, he's been getting $155 a night for this particular house, $120 for one of these and $110 for the other per night. Basically, what our seller has told us, he's been easily been able to keep these rented. He's basically been renting them, I think, as weekend packages, like a Friday night, Saturday night. And he says it's been generating right at $750 a weekend. So, correct, yeah, a weekend. About $3,000 a month is what he's been able to generate off of these. I do want to disclose and tell you that originally, a long time ago, there was a single wide mobile home that sat right here that basically the walls were torn out, the roof was torn off. It was all new walls, new roof, new floors, everything. But I guess technically, I don't know if you could even call that a mobile home, but at one time years ago, it was a mobile home, and I did want to disclose that to you. The other 2 are stick built, ready to go. But again, I think a lot of the value here is not in these structures. It's in this 310 feet on the river. You know, the way I look at this, rent these things until they fall down, if that's what you want to do, and then take a bulldozer and build you a heck of a nice house right here on 310 feet of river frontage, and it'd be a gorgeous, gorgeous property because there are 2 really nice lots here. Again, $20,000 down. Both tracks will be sold together. Balance due at closing. Title insurance and warranty deed. 10% premium. Any questions? Anybody? Online, guys.
Yeah, give us just a second. You can go ahead. And we got one lady with a question. We're going to call her real quick.
Okay. Give her a call. And you need a phone?
We got it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Seller does own the mineral rights. They will convey with the property.
Seller does own the mineral rights, and they will convey with the property. Absolutely.
He believes he owns all of them, but we're not.
He believes he owns all of them, but he's never done actually a mineral search. But whatever he owns, he's going to convey to you whatever that is. He's not retaining the mineral rights this morning. Any questions, anybody?
I got your message online asking about it.
Wait just 1 second and see if they've got a question we need to answer before we actually. A lot of you have asked about being on our mailing list. If you registered with us today, you will be on to receive notices on like auctions like this. The best way to keep up with what we're doing, though, because we don't do a mailing list on every single property, is to keep up with us on our website at wilsonauctioneers.com. Go to wilsonauctioneers.com. You can see the auction calendar, see exactly where we're going to be next. Yes, sir.
We do have online that's asking if we can offer them separately. They are interested in that track. You make the call. I'm sorry.
David, tell them to give us if there's no other interest, it's going to be a waste of time. If they'll give a good enough starting bid, I'll offer these individual tracks. The question was online. They're interested in just the 2 cabins, I guess, want to know if we'd offer them individually. I'll be glad to, but I don't want to waste your time and ours too. So let's give them just another second or two. Any questions, anybody?
Just go ahead and tell it.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you to do me one more favor. I start every auction, started a long time ago, with a word of prayer, and I'm going to do that this morning. Let me ask you to bow your head. I'm going to pray, and we're going to begin. Father, thank you for today. Thank you for this opportunity to be in your beautiful creation. Thank you for everybody on the ground today and even online with us. Give us safety as these folks leave and go about their day to day. I pray for our sellers today. I know they've had health issues in their family, his wife, and pray and thank you for her doing better. And I appreciate the opportunity to lift them up to you this morning as well. Just let your will be done in this transaction. In Jesus' name, amen. Yeah. Thank you very much. Let's have an auction sale now, ladies and gentlemen. You start it and you stop it. It doesn't matter where it starts. It matters where it stops. Start it on me, down to get for it. Kick it off somewhere. Start it on me, down to get for it. Start it. 150. That's not much, but that's more than I had. 200,000 where? 150 now, 200,000 a bit of Bible, you 200. 152, 200 a bit of Bible, you 200,000. 150, 175, 175. Thank you. Now I've got 175. Now 200,000. 200,000 a bit of Bible, you 200. 200 now, 2 and a quarter. 200 now, a quarter. 225. Thank you. Now 50. 225 to get 50, 50, 50 to 250. The bid's 225 here now 50. 225 to get 50, 50, 50 to 250. 235. Let you in for a dime. 235, 235, thank you now 45, 235, 45, 245, thank you now 55, 245 to get 55 in the middle of my Gladys, they're out, 245, 55, 245 to get 55 in the middle of 250, now 60, 250 now 60, 250, 250, 30, 30 to 250, 250, 60, well worth the money and everybody here knows it. 250 now 60, 250,000 now 60, 250,000 in the middle of Avenue, 260,000, 250, 60, 250,000 in the middle of Avenue, 255, now 60, 255, 60, just 5 more thousand, 255, 60, now 5, 265 in the middle of Avenue, 265. Sir, it's only money. 265, 260 is the bid, 265,000, 265, try them again, it's worth the money, 265 to get 5, 265, 265, you're going to wish you had tomorrow, 265 in the middle of Avenue, 265, 265, 265 in the middle of Avenue, 65, now 70, 270, 265, 70, 270,000 in the middle of Avenue, 270, 265, 70, 265 to get 70, 70, 70, 270,000. 265. I know a bank that probably finances you if you need help. 265, now 70. 270, thank you, now 5. 275, 275, to get 5, 275, 270,000, now 5. 275,000, 275 in the middle of Avenue, 275, 270,000, now 5. Folks, this is good property right here. Good lot, 2 lots, 310 feet on the water. This is worth the money. If we've ever sold anything, it's worth the money. This is worth the money. 270,000, 275. One more time. 275, 275 in the middle of Avenue, 275, 270,000, now 5. Are you done? 270,000, last call. I'm going to sell it. 270,000 in the middle of Avenue, 270,000, 275,000, 270,000 the bid, 275. Would you give 271 one time? Let you in for a buck. Are you done? I think you are. 270,000, 271,000. Last call, online Pete. 271,000 in the middle of Avenue, 271. Anybody else? Anybody else? Last call. No. Then I have sold it. 270,000, bidder 532. Thank you very much. Thanks for your presence today. The auction's over. Thank you very much.